Hey guys, and welcome back to AGDC. Today, we will be making a DIY doll bathing suit with an old or small pair of pants that you can have laying around in your house. But this is a simple, easy DIY, no sew, just a little bit of hot glue. But yeah, I have Jessica here modeling what the bathing suit will look like. At the end, you could even use this as a gymnastics leotard for your dolls as well. Like if they do gymnastics, because it definitely looks like a leotard in a way. Oh, hold on, my camera's okay. Hold on one second. Okay, so we're back. I've just fixed the camera. It started slowly sliding over. So now I will be showing you the supplies that you will need to make this. You will need some scissors, a hot glue gun, an old pair of pants, and lastly, a doll to check your measurements and the sizing. Let's get straight into it. Sorry if you can hear a fan in the background. It's just my ears are right now because it's really cold. But yeah, just don't mind that. But first what you'll want to do is you'll want to take your pair of pants, and you'll also want to have your glue gun plugged in so it can start heating up. Yes, mine's plugged in. Okay, so you want to take your pair of pants, lay them out, and now for this part you'll want your doll. So you're going to put your doll, I'm gonna move the glue gun. Okay, you're going to put your doll head right here, and you're gonna measure about to where, how long you want it to be. So I'm gonna make mine about right here, about where her leg begins. I'm just gonna put a little dot with a permanent marker there. It's a really small dot. Okay, now that's done with the doll. And when I'm working with fabric, I always want to cut a little bit below, well, a little bit farther down, just in case I did a bit of wrong marking. So I'm going to go right in about here. Okay, so now you have your pant leg, and you'll want to bring out your doll again, and I'm gonna put this tube on her so I can figure out my measurements. Okay, so I have put it on her, and yes, I'm glad that I did cut it a bit farther down because it fits the doll perfectly. So you'll want it to have enough room that it can go up higher on the shoulders, because right now, as you can see, it's all scrunched up, because this will make our sleeve, well, our strap. And you'll want some area down here so we can make the leg holes. So now we can take this off of her, and we can start our hot gluing process. So for this, you'll want to flip your pant inside out, and if you have a little design thing on the back like I do, you'll want to make sure that it's right in the middle. And now the next step that you'll want to do is we're going to cut off, well, for me, this is my pant. Your pants are going to be different, so that's why we had you try it on the doll. Mine was a bit big on the sides, so I'm just going to trim off a little piece and then hot glue it back together. But if your pants fit nice and snug, you do not need to do this. So I'm just going to quickly do that, and I'll be right back. Oh, I should probably show you how to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut just a small strip. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. Off of the bathing suit, off of your pant leg. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do is take your hot glue gun here. I'm just going to quickly adjust the camera. Okay, so I brought it down so you can see a bit better. So I have it inside out, but I've opened up the flap and I fold it back down. And you're going to want to keep it inside out. And you're going to want to put a thin strip of glue down this side of your pant leg. So I've just folded over this so I can show you. But you're going to want to put a piece of glue here. Grab your other side and bring it over, line it up, and push it down. Okay, so I have finished gluing it back together. So now it is a tube again instead of a piece of fabric. And it is nice and held together. Oh, hold on. I'm going to quickly do a quick touch up because there's just a little hole in our seam here. So with this, you'll just want to add a little dot of glue into the seam where there's a hole. Push it down. Try not to burn your fingers. And please only use a hot glue gun if you know how to use one and if you know what you're doing. If you don't, please ask a parent for help. And if you want to make a bathing suit like this, but you all want to sew it so it'll stay together better, you can definitely do this as well. I just didn't really want to get out my sewing machine today, so I just decided to go with my handy dandy glue gun. So now I'm going to flip it inside out and I'm going to try it on my doll again. See, because now there's a nice seam there again. And I'm going to try on my doll and see if it fits, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it fits great on my doll. So now, because it fits great, we're going to want to flip it back inside out. And what we're going to want to do now is we're going to begin to make the leg hole. So you're going to want to make sure that your bathing suit is perfectly in half, so it's half and half. And you're going to want to take a pencil and draw out kind of like a little oval shape to the middle of our swimsuit here. Okay, so I have my, hold on, I'm going to lower this one a bit. Okay, so I have my ovals done, and I'm going to cut this one, and I'm going to fold it over and trace it over here so I have the same size. So if you get one that you're happy with, you can just do the same. So now you're just going to want to cut out your shape. Okay, so this will be where the leg goes through our swimsuit. And now I'm going to flip it over, line it up, and draw in my shape for the other side. Wonderful. Now I'm going to cut it out. Okay, so now I have two pretty even leg spots. Yes, so now what you're going to want to do is I just flipped mine over because there's more area for me to see. And you are going to want to take your hot glue gun and put a strip of glue right down here at the bottom. And you'll want to make sure that it's good side to good side and that it is flipped inside out. So we are going to put our strip of glue. Oh. Hold on, sorry. Started to get on my table. Okay, so I'm just going to start with that. And I'm going to pull it down and push it. Okay, that's looking good. So now I'm going to go in and do the second half of this bottom part. And once it's done glued, it should be nice and stuck together so that you have two leg holes. Okay, so I have now finished gluing that on, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a trim here because I have some excess fabric and we want it to be perfectly the same on both sides, so that it will look nicely when we put on the doll. Well, that it'll look nice, not nice. Now if you want, you can glue your edges down so they look a bit nicer, but mine, they aren't bad, so I'm just gonna leave it because I don't know, I don't really want to do that. But now our next step is to try it on the doll and make sure that the legs fit nicely and that you've glued it good here at the bottom. And yeah, so I'm going to try on my doll and I'm going to show you where we're at right now. Okay, so it's looking pretty good and it fits on my doll well. So now I'm going to leave it the way it is, inside out, and I'm going to proceed to cut 2 slits, one on each side, for the armholes. So a little bit below the top of your piece of fabric, you're going to make a cut about this far into your piece of, well, I'm just going to call it your swimsuit, and when it's open it should make an armhole that's nice and big to fit the doll's arm. And now I'm just going to fold it back and cut another armhole, and there's our other armhole. So now the armhole should work. If you need to make them bigger you can, but now I'm going to work on this. I'm going to actually leave this time them in the line, but it goes a bit down too low, so I'm going to cover it up with a little piece of fabric because it goes a bit low, and then you can kind of see your bum. So I just cut another piece of the pant of this fabric that is the same neon green as these lines, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it so it'll fit where I need it to be. I'm just going to glue it and make sure your swimsuit is inside out this whole time. You only need to really flip it in like right side out when you're trying it on your doll. So I'm going to glue it here, here, and here in 4 lines so that it'll cover this up and it'll still go down with the neon green. Okay, so I have glued it on, and there's just this little extra flap that I'm just going to cut off. And now our bathing suit is pretty much done. But I'm going to show you it when it's right side out. Okay. It's all funky. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So now we have this flap covering the bottom, so you can't really see too far down. And here is the front of it. I think it looks really good. So now I'm going to show you how to make a matching headband. So you're going to take the same pants you've been using for this whole project. You can just set this aside for now. And I've already cut off the waistband of my pants, so I'm just going to grab that. I can't exactly find it right now, so I'll just show you another way how to make a headband. So you're just going to take the other leg of your pant. Well, I don't know, they're more like shorts now, not really pants anymore. So take your shorts and you're just going to cut a nice thin strip off of the bottom of them. Okay, so now you have this long piece that is in a loop, and that's pretty much it. Now you just gotta put on your doll's head and she can go to the beach. And if you want, you can pull it out, and then it kind of spins it and makes it have nice clean edges. But I'm just gonna flip it inside out and do that, so there we go. I'm gonna make mine a bit thicker because that was a bit too thin for me. So now I have a nice and thin headband, well, thick headband, and I'm gonna put this outfit on my doll. I'll be right back once I put it all on. Okay, so now I will do the big reveal of how the swimsuit looks. So, it looks very good here on my model, who is Jessica. The headband is very cute, very cute headband. And the swimsuit though, it is beautiful. Now I used a fabric that was kind of like 90s vibe sort of, but it looks really cute. You can make this with any pant. I will also be making another swimsuit. Here, let me just grab the fabric. I will be making it out of this purple pant. So I have a purple bathing suit, and it'll have this kind of mesh looking on it, and then a headband out of it as well. So you will see it in my other videos. So yeah, thanks you so much for tuning in and watching how to make a doll swimsuit. Have a great day. Bye.